third here right now. A lot of roaches with 1-1 coming in here. These cannons are not going to do very much at all against these roaches. And where's his army? His army's coming right now, but it is kind of small. It's not that big. There's not many. There's only 2 void rays, so if the Festers can take out the void rays, this is actually going to do not very much. And big fungal going right down, taking pretty much his whole army, but some nice force fields at the same time, splitting up the roach army. These ones in the back aren't doing anything. These DTs are doing so much damage. I don't even think I realized they're there yet. And a fungal on these DTs will actually kill them pretty quick, but I don't know if I see them yet. And look at how fast the roaches melted to the DTs and the void rays. And I think we're going to see a fungal here right now. Yeah, 1 fungal goes down on the DTs. But he still has 2 alive, and look at that. Going for the Nexus. I don't think the Nexus is going to go down. It looks like the roaches might die, and Infested Terran's going down, so this is going to be really close if this Nexus goes down or not. It's at 118 health, and the Infested Terrans just don't kill it fast enough. The DTs do so much damage, and the Nexus actually survives. So that was really a bad trade on my part. If I got that Nexus, it would have been really worth it, but I mean, if you look at the units lost tab, I am actually behind in the units lost right now, and he does have his 3rd base up, and my main is still not mining. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I must have completely forgotten about drones in my main. I am bringing a couple up here now, but I mean, none of these gas are mining, so I'm actually not in a very good position. I do have a pretty big bank, but I don't know. I don't really like the position I'm in right now. He does still have the proxy pylon here that I probably should have realized was there, but I did kill the one that was down here, so I thought that was probably the one that did it. So he could actually use that to deny this 4th. And yeah, just as I say, a DT popping in, it is going to deny this hatchery once again and keep me on equal bases. He does have a DT down here too, actually denying my 5th. So that's actually, DTs are doing really good in this game. And actually a DT even right here, just taking free shots at my army, might actually pick off this Infestor. And run away, Infestor, run away! I think the Infestor will actually get away. Yeah, it does. And a fungal going down to that DT, it should get picked off. Oh, a little miscue, and it does take an extra fungal. That's a lot of energy wasted right there. That's 2 fungals that I could use on his whole army that I had to waste on 1 DT. He's still getting Void Rays out, and Stalkers, and Immortals, so it's really good against a Roach army, which I am actually sticking with, which I don't agree. You don't want to stay on Roaches too long, just because they aren't that cost efficient against high-tech units, so you kind of want to get out of Roaches. Roaches just kind of help you survive the mid-game, and so you can get into higher tech, whether it be, say, Ultralisks or Broodlords or something like that, because a maxed out army of Roaches is not very strong, especially in the late game. But more Roaches are coming out nonetheless. I am trying to max out here again. A lot of cannons going down at the 3rd. Dalmatica really worried about an attack again coming from Roaches, and I mean, that is kind of smart on his part. I mean, he does need the protection here, and he doesn't have a very big army. I mean, if you look at his army, mine would probably easily take out his army. I mean, look at how many Infestors I have and a lot of Roaches, and they are upgraded. They are 1-1, so he's got 2 attacks, so it is pretty even. I do see all the cannons there, though, with my Overseer, so I do decide to go around here and not attack there. Making sure all my Infestors are in the same queue and they're all unburrowed. And here comes the move-in right now. The Infestors and the Roaches are coming into the natural, but his army is there, so he will be able to defend. And yeah, they're coming down right now. The Infestors are actually in a good position, though. They aren't going to get flanked, but these Roaches are going to melt these Immortals if they're not taken down fast enough. And a couple of big fungals going down on the Stalkers and the Void Rays there. And Infested Terrans coming down as well, so they should be able to do a lot of damage to those Void Rays. At least take out one of them. Yeah, 1 Void Ray goes down, but the other one will stay alive. But there is almost no grammar army to speak of here from Dalmatica. He's just got a couple Stalkers, and that's it. These Roaches should be able to take out this expansion right here. And this will actually be a really good engage by me right here. This will do a lot of damage. And yeah, there's just a couple cannons here that I could take out pretty easily if I wanted to. Running Roaches in, and yeah, the cannon gets pretty much one-shotted. And a couple of Infested Terrans down here actually picking off a Phoenix. 2 Phoenix! Really cost-efficient right there. And yeah, look at this. The Roach is just going straight for the Nexus. Not even worried about anything else around, because this Nexus is a big deal right now. He's actually down to 1 mining base right now, which is huge. The Roaches are going to actually run away because another big attack is coming from this side, and all these cannons, we're going to see how much defense these actually do provide, but an attack on both fronts here, so this actually might do a lot of damage too. These cannons are going down pretty fast. Roaches are really beefy, and they are upgraded, so they are going to do a lot of damage here, and yeah, I mean, these cannons pretty much melted. I mean, I might have lost 4 or 5 Roaches here, and these Roaches are just going to press into the natural here. A few Stalkers, but I mean, look at how many Roaches are up here. These Stalkers are not going to be able to repel this attack, and they just go straight for that Nexus that is already weakened. If the Nexus goes down, it's going to be huge. Wow, Dalmatica down to no mining bases right now. He's going to have his distance mine for everything he has, and these Roaches are just going to run away. Why engage when I can save my army, remax, and come back while he doesn't have an econ at all? Really, really bad position for Dalmatica right now. He is getting his +3 weapons upgrade, but I just don't think it's going to be enough right now. These Stalkers this one Immortal are not going to be able to do enough damage to kill off all these roaches, and he has no income to speak of right now. Look at all these probes, not mining at all, and there's no Nexi to speak of even producing. So once I get enough infestors, there's actually Hydras on the way too, and I'm actually going to check for a 4th and 5th base with these roaches, which is really smart, because if I do leave one base up and running, he could stay in this game, because my 3rd is getting pretty low on minerals, and my natural's actually mined out. My main isn't at all, because I still haven't resaturated it, which is really bad on my part. Definitely something I have to remember to do in the future, but I do see there's no 4th base right here, and a lot of these stalkers might get some free roach kills, but they do burrow, so that's really annoying for him. He doesn't have an observer there. I did save like quite a few roaches there. It's about 13 roaches, and they're just gonna run home to... Oh, wait, no, we might pick him off. Yeah, he's actually going to get a lot of these roaches picked off, because yeah, he killed about 8 roaches right there, which is pretty good. I mean, it's evening out the supply a little bit, but at this point, I mean, I am way too far ahead, and he still doesn't have an economy. Like, he still doesn't have a Nexus coming anywhere, and at this point, it's just a matter of when I move in for the kill right now. 2-1 Hydras shred Gateway armies and Immortals, just because Immortals are terrible against Hydras. So yeah, even a few infestors still alive, which is good that I kept them alive. It should be any minute now where I'm going to move in and take out the rest of this army. And he's actually going to engage me, and the Hydras are coming in. They're just going to melt this army. Look at how fast, and a couple of fungals going down on the Stalkers as well. And look how fast they just melted the Hydras. And yeah, there's the GG from Dalmatica. So I hope you enjoyed the game, guys. Stay tuned for more. And yeah, subscribe there if you want. fluxJeLLy. Later on, guys.